that's coming in. Iran has announced a new agreement with the UN nuclear watchdog, but the deal does not guarantee full inspector access to nuclear sites. Officials in Tehran say access remains limited to the Bushehr facility for now. The agreement was signed in Cairo and is being seen as a step towards a new diplomatic framework. However, Tehran warned the deal could collapse if international sanctions are reimposed. The IAEA says the document provides clear procedures for inspections and reporting. Let's have a look at what the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi had to say.
بر اساس این توافق باید تاکید بکنم که هیچ دسترسی به بازرسی آژانس الان داده نمیشه مگر با موردی که بحث دیدگاه بوشهر که به خاطر تعویض سوختش ما بنا به مصوبه شورای عالی امنیت ملی دسترسی داده شده بود و الان هم جریان داره. اما نفس این توافق هیچ دسترسی رو ایجاد نمیکنه. این توافق که الان به دست اومده، سندی که امضا شد بین ما، مهمترین مشخصش این هست که به رسمیت میشناسه که یک شرایط جدیدی به وجود آمده و همکاری ایران با آژانس مثل سابق نیست و باید در شکل و فرم جدیدی.
All right, Mr. Mark Sofer, former ambassador of Israel to India, with us on the broadcast. Ambassador Sofer, I have to understand from you, in your reading of the entire situation, where do you think are we heading as far as the future of Iran's nuclear program and an international watchdog keeping its eyes on it are concerned?
Well, I think every time I appear in international media, and I say this again to you quite openly, first point must be we need to make a distinction between the Iranian people, which are very forward-looking, erudite, which the large part, of course, don't subscribe whatsoever to the regime that's running them, to make a distinction between them and the regime itself, which is a throwback to the Middle Ages, a medieval religious cult, if it will, which is bent on instability, murder, mayhem, and that's what you see wherever Iran is. I think one of the problems that the international community faces when it talks about Iran is that it doesn't understand always, until the very end, that this particular regime is really quite adept at negotiation and will sell you, or sell us, sell the world, the same merchandise 3 or 4 times. So yes, they will meet the inspectors, they will allow them in, then you hear nothing, then they won't allow them in, then they will say, oh yes, but we will. They'll sell this inspection 2, 3, 4 times. And at some stage, earlier rather than later, the international community must say, okay, enough is enough, you haven't done it, you've promised to do it, you've backtracked, you've hummed, you've hawed, you haven't made any movement forward, the sanctions are snapping back in. And that really hasn't happened to any large extent because nobody really wants it to happen, but I think it must. Because without that, Iran will not move forward. They don't want to have the supervision. They don't want to have, they want to have nuclear, I believe, nuclear weaponry. They see themselves in that domain. And unless it's stopped and stopped dead in its tracks, they will move forward 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards, 3 steps sideways, and sell you the same and same and same again and again. And that's what they are adept at. And that is what must be stopped by the international community.
Well, Ambassador Sofer, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX World with that perspective. And that's all that we have time for. We